Let's learn about the mutable and immutable. Earlier we have studied about the string. I think this topic would be necessary to learn before the string manipulation. But we have forgotten to learn this topic, but not so late right now. So we have to learn about the mutable and immutable. So what is mutable? So mutable is nothing else. It's just changing in a future in a particular such kind of variables. If it is possible to change in a future, so that is mutable. Means if that variable has uh, some particular values, they they occupy some certain memory. There is pointer, those are locating that memory to that value location. So if we want to be changed in a future to that value, if it is possible, that is that that data type is called mutable data type. So here is some examples. Mutable data type, that is list, dictionary. It is possible to change a particular value at certain memory location. But some other data type is also there. There you can't change that particular value uh, on that location. It is possible to you have to make your different kind of variables, then you have to change it, but it is not possible in a similar in a same variable to change that particular values at that location. Likewise, number, string, and tuples. So we have to come again on the running data type. So we have Python list. So Python list is nothing else. It is a similar kind of the data type like array. But here is a difference between array and list. Array has just only array has a capability to store only single data type can store. It's a derived data structure, not a core data structure. Just you can see here is like int, string, and other things you can store here. But in list, there is possible you can store multiple kind of data type in a in a that uh, in a that location. So this is called list. Here is value is mapped with index values, which is start from 0 to up to length of length of -1 of list. So how can I fetch any data values from the list? So it is possible by indexing method. So let's see how can I fetch. So we have to copy it, whatever the value we have defined it. I don't know why it is taking so much time. Invalid character identifier. I mean, again it will work. I think so. Yeah, it's working. Let's see how we have stored our values in the variables. So we have to change it, this variable name, just because of earlier we have defined. There is some error, that's why it was not working. So if you want to fetch uh, first data in this element, so how can I fetch? So I have said earlier, index start from the 0. So if we want to first data, then we have to write it here, L uh, bracket 0 bracket close, then we will get first data. So we have to call it first index, but we want to be second index, and we want to second element, so we have to write it second element. So let's see. Oh, sorry, here is print need to be small. Then we have nested list as well. Means, what is the nested means? There is list, within the list is present, that list is called nested list. So let's see why it is not working. Just its the code is not defined properly, that's why it is not working. Now it is working. So we have like this, and 0 1 2 means I think I will get some error just because we have done some mistake. So here is index need to be right 3. Then we will get first letter of second list. Yeah, we got it. Here we have done some mistake. Now we want to be fetch the last element. So how is it possible? So we have to write it. So in the forward direction, it will start from 0 to up to uh, length of minus of list. But in the backward direction, it will start from -1 to length of minus list. So that's how we got the answer here. And if you want to find an index, then how can I get? Like we have such a list like this, and we want to index of earth. We want to find the index of earth. So how is it possible? It will give index is 2. I have said earlier 0 1 2. It will return index 2. So we have to define it. in a variable named planet. Then we want to be slicing. So earlier we have studied in a string there is slicing method. Same way we can do here. So if we want to fetch out from second data to up to third data, so how can I fetch that? So let's see this code. I think it has also some mistake. Oh no. It will start from the second second index and go up to only third index, just because it will no go, it will no, it will excluded fourth element, just because of earlier we have said about index is started from 0, means if we have an index 3 means that pointing to the fourth element. So as we have got the answer here, I think there is also some mistake I have done. So let's write. And here is also possible to concatenate. Oh my! Here is also possible to add some elements in the list whatever we have defined here. So earlier we have my list we have, and we want to append some values. So let's see how it works, and it will changes entirely without 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 any, you can say, define any variables name. It will change from previous. Earlier we have defined the variables name in there I stored our list. It will change from there, but in a string and a tuple it is not possible. We have seen there we have changed values there, but it was possible just because of we have defined there some another variables. So let's see, let's write it actual thing whatever. Here is appending means adding to. I think we have